This dish is inspired by these adorable purple top turnips I found at the market today, and this spectacular Romanesco. I thought I'd pair them both with our brilliant green pesto sauce. Romanesco is native to Italy and was created by farmers using traditional crossbreeding techniques. They selected plants genetically predisposed to developing these natural, stunning spiral heads. Pretty great, huh? Purple Top Turnip is an heirloom and a standard of market farmers. They are best enjoyed young for a mild, sweet flavor and a hint of pepper. And a surprise addition of lion's mane mushroom, known for its unique flavor reminiscent of lobster. This mushroom makes a perfect pairing with a plate of fish, providing a delicious, protein-rich combination. Here I have halibut fillets from the seafood counter. With fresh items on hand, remember that step number 2, peaceful prep, is your meditation time. Be present with the sensory experiences of cooking, less lost in thought, more at ease, less dis-ease. As familiar by now, we start prep with salted protein. Any whitefish will do. I just happened across these beautiful halibut fillets. Salt flaky tender fish just 20 minutes before cooking, so the delicate membrane walls don't become tough, dry, and chewy. While the salted fish sits, we move onto our plant prep. Romanesco is from the cruciferous family and considered to be a hybrid between cauliflower and broccoli. Honestly, it's so beautiful I hate to cut it up, but here goes. First, cut or snap off the leaves from the base. Then cut in half, again into quarters, and at the diagonal, cut out the core. Now, you can cut the spiral branches off into little bite-sized pieces, or I like to tear them apart at the natural break. Turnips are a root vegetable and full of nutritious fiber for our bodies and microbiome. These little ones have a purple shoulder and white beneath. I simply trim off the green tops and cut into quarters, so they're about the same size as the Romanesco bites. Turnip greens are heavenly in your dish. They have a hint of bitter, but also high levels of nutrients, which help prevent disease in the body. Gather into a bunch and slice, again into bite-sized pieces. At the last minute, I decided to add in a head of radicchio I had in my vegetable drawer. I love radicchio's dark, reddish purple leaves and white veins. It adds a pop to any dish, and it's so easy to prep. Just cut off the base, cut in half, and then into quarters. And again, cut out the core on the diagonal. Then slice into ribbons. Finally, our lion's mane mushrooms. The best prep is a simple tearing of the fibers into these little lobster-like morsels. Lion's mane mushrooms are unbelievably good for you. They're a type of nootropic, containing compounds that improve brain health and function, also with soluble fiber that benefits gut health and immunity. Oh, and shallots for added depth of flavor. Peel off the outer skin and a simple rough chop. Garlic is optional, as there'll be plenty in your pesto sauce, but honestly, I just always like adding a bit during the sautéing. It brings out more flavor in the dish. A quick peel and ready for pressing later. Here is our Italian pesto sauce, one of Italy's most famous recipe exports. Bright and pungent with a wonderful aroma from basil, and the delicate fruity olive oil, also enriched with pine nuts or ayu sprouted seeds. Step number 4, heat. But first we make sure our protein is at room temperature for easy searing. Fire your burner to medium-high, and when the pan is nice and hot, add your healthy fat. I often use my extra virgin olive oil. Work swiftly so the oil doesn't smoke or decompose. There's no one order for sautéing. Oftentimes I start with protein, but today I grab the mushrooms first. Separate in the pan so steam can rise and escape. This helps with browning. And press to sear, especially with mushrooms because they hold a lot of moisture. Wait until after the mushrooms brown and then add your salt, otherwise they can become soggy. You can see the crisp caramelization on these wonderful nutrient-packed mushrooms. Push to the side to continue cooking, and then add a bit more healthy fat, and in go your aromatics. Shallots and an easy press of your garlic. A bit more oil never hurts, just to keep things from burning or sticking. Let sear, and then mix together with your mushrooms. Once again, move the mixture to the side of the pan, drop in a bit more olive oil, and in go your beautiful halibut fillets. Remember to lay away to keep your hands safe from splatters. With a carbon steel wok, cooking happens so fast, which is why we always want our ingredients prepped in advance. Ah, just look at that wonderful caramelization. You just need a couple of minutes on each side of the fish. And then plate. The residual heat will continue to cook the fish just a touch while you move on to your next batches. Remember, we work from firmer to more tender with our vegetables. A bit of extra virgin olive oil, and in go our wonderful seasonal turnips. Remember, with vegetables, salt right away. For protein, we don't add salt in the pan as it's already been seasoned. And for mushrooms, we wait to salt toward the end. Firmer root vegetables take a little bit longer to sear. And then a quick steam. A tablespoon or 2 of water swirled around the outside of the pan so that by the time the water hits the vegetables, it will already be hot. Place your lid and let the steam do its work to soften the firmer vegetables. Beautiful. I just love this vibrant purple color and the natural juices that come from the pan after cooking the fish and the mushrooms. For the next batch, a bit of oil and our Romanesco. These too are a firmer vegetable, yet delicate with the beautiful spiral heads. Again, salt for sparkle. Gently press to sear, careful not to break their ornate nature. Once you see the browning begin, stir and then pile in the middle for another quick steam. A bit of water around the outside and place your lid. I usually steam for a minute or 2, depending on the firmness and size of your vegetables. And the more delicate leafy greens can be added on top. A bit of oil for flavor and salt for sparkle. You're just looking to slightly wilt the greens. And if they need a bit more softening, you can place your lid again, but make sure there's remnants of water so they won't burn. You can serve each of these vegetables separately, or as you know by now, I often just throw everything all back together for a wonderful mix. Ah, just look at the stunning color and texture combination of this dish. And as a final item, I'm searing and warming the radicchio that I had in my crisper drawer. And it'll also serve as an excellent leftover for tomorrow's frittata night. Radicchio is full of fiber, and as a tender vegetable, it sears up very quickly. You can add your sauce anytime, at the end, or during the cooking process like I'm doing here, just to meld the fabulous flavors. And for the root vegetables, I'm dolloping bits of sauce on the top, so it's just a little more prominent. Ah, a quick meal with 3 separate plates of food, a wide variety of ingredients, colorful and highly nutritious, and a little something for everybody. Enjoy.